What's up, friends? I want to play a game. I think we should play Two Truths and a Lie. If you know me, you know that I like to lie. It's fun. I don't be lying about nothing serious, not usually, but I like to stay on my toes. I like to tell a few lies a day just to see how much I can get away with, because you never know when you're going to need to tell a lie. And I tell you what, when the day comes where I gotta tell a lie, I'm gonna be ready because I practice. Okay, so let's play Two Truths and a Lie. Y'all already know how to play the game. I do not need to explain it. I'm gonna give y'all 3 stories, okay? All right, so if you know me, you know I'm from Houston. Well, I'm not really from Houston, Texas. I'm from Galveston, Texas. But by the time this story took place, I was already living in Houston. I was 21, fresh 21, like had just turned 21 within that last month or so. And somehow me and my best friend ended up at a house party with Lil Flip. Now, y'all know I'm a fan. I am a big fan of Lil Flip because ever since he said, me, I'm a pimp, I ain't paying for no sex, I'd rather buy a car or a new Rolex. Yeah, that struck a chord with me because now I know how much cooch costs. Now I know if I ever need to sell some cooch, it costs a car or a Rolex. But anyway, I digress. I was at this house party and I'm fresh 21. And I was one of the people who did not really start drinking for real until I turned 21 because I don't know, I just, I didn't really see the point before that and I wanted it to be special when I actually could. Anyway. So I am at this party and you know what I had? 4 Locos. I know, it was a rough time, but I was 21. So what do you expect, So yeah, I was really, really drunk. And to make this long story short, still to this day, if Lil Flip sees me, which I've ran into him a few times since then, he does not remember much about me besides the fact that I'm not allowed to any more of his house parties. I'm not allowed back to his house, wherever his house is. I remember complaining about 1-ply toilet paper. I remember there was at some point the movie Janky Promoters was on, and I said this is a low budget movie, like this low budget party. It's in and out. It's very foggy for me, but I do know that I'm not allowed back. All right, so if you know me, you know I'm about 5'2", right? Relatively short. I feel big, but according to other people, that is short. And I used to date this guy who was 6'7". It's not really important, his height, but it does come into play later on in the story. So of course I like this guy. He was cute, he was tall, and he wasn't like tall and skinny. He was like thick, like he been throwing bales of hay his whole life, like that kind of thick, just big and country. That's what I liked at the time. And everything was great between the two of us until it was time for us to do it. I'm not here to kink shame nobody. What you into is what you into. And I'm into a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that I'm willing to do. And he happened to like his nipples played with. Now that's not crazy, right? A nipple is a nipple is a nipple. So it wasn't really a big deal. And I said his height was going to come into play because with me being the size that I am and him being the size that he is, when he would lay atop me, his nipple was like right there. So I understand how the interest probably came about. Somebody probably, flicked it a little bit one time and he enjoyed it. That's fine. That's fine. The problem came into play when one time we were doing it from behind. And I'm used to, I ain't got a whole lot back there, but it's still a party. When it's happening, it's still a party. So I'm used to feeling some hands around, holding, pulling, that kind of stuff. I do not want to get too graphic because this not that kind of channel. But I didn't feel nothing, no hands, nothing was touching me. And I happened to look back and this man was playing with his own nipples. Just full on. Oh my God, I don't know how much I can do. I'm used to TikTok where you can't really do or say nothing. So I don't know what I can do over here, but I ain't never dried up so fast in my life. And that was honestly the last time I saw that man. All right, the year 2008. Okay, I was a senior in high school. It was the fall, and my MySpace page was popping because duh. And I was a fan of Soulja Boy. Now, this was way before the heavy drug use, way before Cat Stacks, way before we was in the streets selling crack, way before all of that. You know what I'm saying? This was a booty dude. Those days, him and A-Rap, real big t-shirts, real big jeans. He had made this request for people to make fan signs. Now, I don't know how old y'all are and what y'all remember, but I was good for a fan sign. So I made a little fan sign, had a little bathing suit on, a little sign that says, Roxanne loves Soulja Boy, something crazy like that, right? He loved it, put it on his page, and asked me for my number. And I was like, hell yeah, of course. And being the bird that I was at the time, I asked him to record the voicemail on my phone. So whenever somebody called me and I didn't answer, it was Soulja Boy and A-Rap saying that I couldn't come to the phone, and also promoting his mixtape. So it took them a few times to get the voicemail right. I'm not sure why. Like I said, this was before the heavy drug use, but maybe the light drug use. I don't know. I don't want to put that on them, but you know, I don't know. It took them a while to get it right. But he finally recorded it. It was a success. And then he was like, well, shit, I like you. You cool. I'm gonna hit you up. So from there, we started talking on the phone like every night. It was a good old time. I consider it dating. You know, I don't know what you would consider that, but yes, I consider it dating. We talked on the phone all the time. We were caking, and it was very cute. And then one day he was like, I'm going to be performing at PV, Prairie View A&M University. I'm going to be performing at PV. You should come. I was like, I don't live anywhere near there. It is a school night. I'm not going to be able to do that. And that was the last time that we talked. The distance. I think it was the distance and not being able to see me that was really getting to him. And I don't blame him for getting out while he can, because I can be addicting. You know, so he got out while he could. And the moral of that story is Kiss Me Through the Phone was about me. So if you like that song, you're welcome. All right, so now y'all got to tell me which one was a lie. I feel like I'm such a fascinating person that I feel like this is going to be a hard decision. It's not easy. Or maybe I'm not as good of a liar as I am, and it's very easy. We shall see. Happy guessing.